2016. My thanks to Mark and Jermaine. From the Premier League to another of the world's premier sporting events, it's the Eagles against the Patriots. Bye-bye.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life.
What does it take to be called the greatest?
I am the greatest.
Tom Brady might have the answer.
Whatever it takes.
Elites, icons. Quite simply, the greatest of all time.
Let's go! Boy, when you thought you'd seen it all.
He is the 5-time Super Bowl champion. They are the New England Patriots.
Then there's the Philadelphia Eagles. Rocky's town is flying high, led by quarterback Nick Foles.
We gotta protect this house tonight.
And the J Train coming direct from London.
Foles, he's going deep. Touchdown!
They've never won the big one, but this underdog bites.
You're going to the Super Bowl, baby! Let's go!
Two teams roll into Minnesota.
They have completed the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history.
But in this town of princes, only one can be king.
Well, hello and welcome to this very special building, the US Bank Stadium, for what we hope is going to be a very special game of American football. Super Bowl 52, the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New England Patriots. The rich and famous from the world of film and music are here. I could have done with that coat during the week. Goodness me, it's been cold in Minneapolis. And Philadelphia have been enjoying their underdog status since they got to the playoffs. It's going to take a lot to get that makeup off for that man. The Patriots seem very, very relaxed. This was a few moments ago in their locker room. The Eagles, by contrast, are pumped. Malcolm Jenkins giving a real pep talk to that little huddle earlier on. We are ready for the anthem. It's going to be sung by a woman from Philadelphia. It's Pink.
Colors, green, and orange.
To honor America and perform our national anthem, please welcome 3-time Grammy winner, Pink.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, once so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we marched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
I would imagine that is very special when your home city is in a Super Bowl. Ping singing the national anthem. She's not been well this week. She's had flu as well, so she's done very well to get out there. And don't forget the halftime show as well is Justin Timberlake. Over the next 4 hours, you are going to hear a lot from these three. Jason Bell, former NFL cornerback. You'll probably hear most from him. Two-time Super Bowl winner. Yeah, two-time Super Bowl winner Osia Minora, and NFL journalist Mike Carlson. We'll talk more about the Eagles a little bit later on as well. But let's start with the Patriots. This is their 8th Super Bowl in the Belichick-Brady era. They've won 5 of them.
And the New England Patriots will be the first dynasty of the 21st century.
I'm living in that 21st century, doing something mean to it. Do it better than anybody you ever seen do it. Screams from the haters, got a nice ring to it. I guess every superhero need his theme music. No one man should have all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count the hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the power.
Brady play action, fires, touchdown New England.
Century, doing something mean to it. Do it better than anybody.
Super Bowl 51 is underway. Touchdown Atlanta.
Laser focus.
Touchdown Patriots.
And maybe, just maybe.
Touchdown! And the Patriots have won the Super Bowl. Tom Brady with a performance for the ages.
But being the GOAT, being part of a dynasty, you still won't get me saying dynasty, Jason. That means that when the whole team came out of the tunnel pre-match, they were booed to the hilt because this stadium feels very much like an Eagles stadium.
Man, I feel like I'm at an Eagles home game. This is amazing. We knew they were going to travel. They wanted to be here. They wanted to see this Super Bowl victory for their team. But this is crazy. This is like a away game for them.
This is our 3rd Super Bowl together, us three. Yep. We've done a few more, obviously, but us three. So San Francisco for one, Houston for another. I don't recall it feeling this pumped, this raucous for the previous 2 that we've done.
No question. This has been crazy. This has been incredible. The Philadelphia Eagles fans traveled because this is their only chance of victory. The New England fans stayed home because they've been here so many times before. They were like, we're not even going to bother. They're expecting a coronation, but they might not get it, Mark.
Are you expecting a coronation?
I think Bill Belichick can do that. What he learned back in the days when we were in small college together was how to get the best out of average guys, and that's the only way you're going to win. Player for player, I think Philadelphia's got the stronger roster, but you just can't underestimate Tom Brady at quarterback and Belichick's coaching.
Okay, we are ready to go down to the field once again for the all-important even, coin toss.
The Medal of Honor, the highest award for valor in action against an enemy force, which can be bestowed upon an individual serving in the armed forces. Tossing the coin tonight is World War II veteran Herschel Woody Williams, who received the Medal of Honor for heroism during the Battle of Iwo Jima.
Couple steps in, men. Who's going to call the toss? Stay with me, please. Gentlemen, congratulations. Welcome to Super Bowl 52. It's my pleasure to introduce Captain Corporal Willie Williams from the United States Marine Corps. Woody is a Medal of Honor recipient for his service to the United States in World War II. Yes, sir. Gentlemen, this is the coin for this afternoon's game. The Lombardi Trophy Super Bowl 52 logo is a head. The team logo is a tail. Corporal Wilson, the honor is yours. Captain, call the toss. The call is tails.
Ready to go?
Yes, sir. And it is a head. New England, you've won the toss. I'd like to defer. You want the ball. Which way would you like to kick? Turn around for me, men. Philadelphia will receive.
I'm not 100% sure that actually flips. It just needs to be tossed into the distance, and we'll see where it lands. We very briefly touched on the Patriots, but one of the big stories today is going to be how Nick Foles does, the backup quarterback for the Eagles, who, when he came in when Carson Wentz was injured, struggled, but has got better as they progress through the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. When he first got in there, you could see he wasn't hitting his rhythm. He wasn't throwing the ball the way he was being successful, and that's staying in the pocket. Right there, you see him on the move. He throws an interception. But as it progressed, he became good at what he does best, stay in the pocket and deliver the ball down the field. It's what he did when he had success in earlier years.
Well, you have to remember, Nick Foles wasn't the starting quarterback. It's going to take him a couple of games to get back accustomed and get the timing down with his receivers. And you see over the last couple of games, he has taken command of that offense.
Because Doug Peterson, the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, did make the point once they got into the playoffs that those first couple of games were like a pre-season for him, really.
Yeah, exactly. He hadn't really played during the preseason. He had to get back accustomed to getting back with his receivers, seeing the same things that they see, and you can see right now they're seeing the same things.
It's also important to point out, Mike, that he isn't a kid. You know, he is an experienced guy who actually has been fairly successful.
His first year in Philadelphia, before he left, different coach, he was very successful, and they've gone back to doing some of the things the previous coach had done, which is specifically this kind of run-pass option, which not only gives him an easy read for a receiver, but it lets the line run block in order to pass block, so he doesn't have to sit in a pocket.
Basically a play-action pass.
Yeah. The advantage that he has is his coach. Doug Peterson was a career backup player. His quarterback coach, Frank Reich, a career backup player. So they know exactly how to translate things to him the way that he can see things the same way.
From your experience when you're on a roster like this, how do you deal with a backup quarterback? Because for the majority of the time, it's a thankless task, isn't it? I mean, a lot of the other guys do get a little bit of a rotation, but not for the backup quarterback.
Not at all, but when he's on your team, you know if he has that skill set because you've practiced against him. So you know he can accomplish what needs to be had. He just needs to get that timing with his receiving core.
Would you have nerves on his behalf if you were on his team going into this? And then, you probably couldn't answer this, but then do you think he might know that you might know that you're nervous on his behalf?
I think so, man. I think it's just a lot riding on this man's shoulders. But he's a cool customer. He's very collected. He doesn't seem to let things bother him too much. I think he's going to be okay in this game.
And he's the key to the game, really. Because like I said, Philadelphia on paper could be a stronger team than New England, but everything boils down to Tom Brady versus Nick Foles in people's mind. And people aren't willing to give Foles the benefit of the doubt.
What he will have, as we've discussed, he will have the crowd on his side, and they do things in a very good way here in America. I mean, the lights were dimmed, the countdown started from a minute, and now we are 15 seconds away from kickoff.
I'm so hyped.
Do you feel it? I feel it.
Let's go.
Can I just apologize? But if I'm shouting, I really apologize. It's because I'm just very excited. We are ready to go.
Let's do it,
Kickoff of Super Bowl 52 here in Minnesota. The New England Patriots against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Two weeks of hype, and as the great John Madden used to say, it's time for a game to break out.